Absolutely. Absolutely. Thug life, full life.
So what's one thing that like you've learned about yourself in the process of working on your last project, Fed Paper? Have we already talked about Fed Paper?
A little bit. We actually we talked about the numbers.
Okay.
We talked about the numbers.
What was the message? Not even the message. What's the point of Fed Paper?
So for me, outside of creating a great body of work for people to listen to, it was to tell my story. But the theme behind Fed Paper is I'm on federal probation. So, that's what we call it. Nigga on papers.
Yeah.
I'm on Fed Paper. But it's also,
I thought it was like federal money. Like,
it is. It is. It's the double entendre.
Oh, it's an entendre. Yeah. See, that's the rapper shit.
It's the double entendre.
That's what I'm talking about.
So and that's why I say, in the song Losses, I say when you talk about Fed Paper, it's more than just the risk. And it's more, you know what I'm saying? It's consequences to it.
Yeah.
And then, but if the intro is chained to this paper, double entendre there is chained to this money. Like I'm forced to chase this money. Like I can't help it, but I'm chained to the paper as far as on probation. I'm chained to this paper. These restrictions got me fucked up. You know
I told you. Lyricists and athletes are geniuses, bro. Like it's the same thing as scientists. Like it's the same thing as like fucking Einstein or
bro. I've dumbed my shit down
geniuses,
so much. I've dumbed my music down so much, and I still feel like my shit, the simplest shit, just goes over.
All right, so let me ask you this: why do you dumb your music down? Because it brings up a conversation. Have you listened to the most recent Drake project?
I haven't, not yet.
And that honestly, in 23, bro, that sounds like a weird question to ask another grown man for some reason. I don't know why.
It's always like, do you want to stay over for the night?
You bring an overnight bag?
You like, trying to spend the night? You got a sleeping bag?
He about to play on the Drake. He got hookah. It's a vibe. Nigga, no, nigga. We got Henny and blunts and blacks.
Man, yeah.
It's like, no, but, nah, man. So, Joe Budden had recently went on a whole rant about Drake, basically saying that the album was good and it was great, but he can't wait until Drake grows up. He can't wait until he stops talking about dogging. Well, this is me saying this for lack of better words from Joe, but stop talking about dogging a bitch and how can I be a better man type shit. So like that kind of makes me think because Joe's overall point is grow up.
Grow up, yeah.
But then it makes me think of the J. Cole, or not the J. Cole, the Jay-Z line. I used to want to rhyme like common sense, but I made $5 million and I ain't been rhyming like common sense.
So because for me, the reason because of it, like I said, when I first started to really become good at rap, it was kind of like at the beginning of that punchline era. Well, I ain't gonna say the beginning because you had niggas like Big L and them who had been doing it, but it was when it started to take off. Lloyd Banks and all them niggas like are at the forefront. So everybody was like punchlining, and then once I kind of grew out of that phase, for me it was like more intricate wordplay or how to say things so slick. But for me, it's just going with the times. Like right now, to reach a mass appeal, if you in my age range or older, or just a little bit younger, you know what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you come from the walk of life that I come from, you know what the fuck I'm saying. So you can hear my shit, you can hear like that authentic shit that's in me, and you can feel it, you can vibe to it. But for a younger generation, they don't necessarily want to hear the super slick, catchy, over the head shit, because they're not even. Some of them aren't even listening to the lyrics at all.
Yeah,
they hear the vibe. Yeah, they hear the beat first and the vibe. So, but for me, it's like I said, just kind of tapping into what's going on right now. I know I'm dope, you know what I'm saying, and I know that I make great music, but I want you to hear my story. And also, I'm probably saying a little bit too much when I say this, but what I'm using is the Spook by the Door method. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And for those who don't know, Spook by the Door, it's a dope book, and they got a movie, whatever. But the book is dope. But for me, you hear my music. I'm sure some people probably only hear about guns, money, pussy, whatever, and violence, whatever. But I'm telling you my story.
Yeah.
You know, and some of it, you know, when I'm saying it, it might just be the vibe of the track. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you certain type of energy. I might felt like this before, or I know like the people who feel like this. So I'm giving you something that you can ride to and bump, and maybe it resonates with people as a personal thing. For other people, they might just like the sound. But I'm telling my story. But while I'm telling you my story, so while I'm giving you the guns, while I'm giving you the money, while I'm giving you the hoes and the pussy, you know, while I'm telling you, oh yeah, niggas robbed the bank, niggas kick in the dope, robbed the dope man, niggas, while I'm giving you all that, I'm also telling you about growth and, you know, reaching my full potential, and I'm telling you about manifestation. I'm out of prison because of manifestation. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you about the power of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Your mind has no limitations. So I give you what you want to hear while I'm slipping in jewels.
It's the medicine wrapped in the sugar.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you think that that's a blessing and a curse in our
It is, but for me, I just don't feed into it too much, man. I love to make music. So at the end of the day, I'm making shit that I can jam. And once I know that it's quality for me to bump, I'm gonna put it out to the masses, because there's gonna be somebody that feels it. Everybody might not, you know what I'm saying? There's niggas who heard Fat Paper who never listened to This Was All Unexpected. There's niggas who probably listened to This Was All Unexpected, and then when Fat Paper came out, maybe only heard a song or two, you know, because I'm not mainstream or I'm not big or whatever the case may be. But there's always somebody out there that feel it, because there's a motherfucker who told me since Fat Paper came out, they've heard at least 3 songs off that project every day since it came out.
Scale from 1 to 10, how high did you float when a nigga said some shit like that?
Hey man, for me it means the world. Like, I've always been one of those people who I love to hear that feedback. And for me, because for you to say that, not only that you listen to my music every day is dope, but for you to listen to it every day and you make it a point to hear it every day, that means there's something about it that you feel.
And you make it a point to tell me about it.
Exactly. The point that you feel like you need to let me know that, or the point that you feel comfortable, like, hey, like, because that goes to show, for one, that you're a humble person. Like, you don't want to hide it. Like, oh, listen to this nigga shit, I don't want to tell him no. But for me, it lets me know, like, man, cool. Like, that's like that keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, because you got people like him who you're reaching.
Somebody who needs it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So before we get out of here, bro, I got 2 questions for you.
Dope.
Give me your top 5, dead or alive.
Ooh, why you ask me some shit like
and I'm hearing that that's a disrespectful question to ask.
No, that's not disrespectful.
We shouldn't keep on asking it in hip-hop. But I feel like that's what hip-hop was built on.
Man, listen, man. These old sensitive motherfuckers from this generation, man. I don't got the time for that shit. You shouldn't ask that. That's disrespectful, man. Listen. Then shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to it.
Get the fuck out of rap conversations.
I feel like it's hard just because there's so many niggas. So it kind of just depends on, like, if we talking about lyricism or if we talking about, like, because I like street music. I love street music because I resonate with it. You know what I'm saying? Some of it I just relate to so much, but I've always loved it.
Okay.
So for me, though, I give you my top 5. Or I give you at least, I ain't gonna say my top 5, I'll give you some of the top 5 artists that I fuck with.
We're going to reframe this question. Hold on. Better question. You got a 5-hour road trip. Who you listening to? Give me 5 artists that you about to listen to.
Mozzie, off top. Shout out to the fella. Love Mozzie. When I finally got to hear his music, bumped his shit every day for the remainder of my bid. Came home, still even the same songs I had on my MP3 in the joint, I put on a playlist out here, still bump that shit. So I'm definitely bumping Moz. I don't give a fuck what niggas say, fuck how you feel. I'm putting some Jay-Z on. I love Hov. You know what I'm saying? Hov is one of the GOATs. Volume 2, Blueprint, Black Album, some of the dopest shit that's ever out. You know what I'm saying? Now, forgive me for doing this. I'm going to put Big and Pac in the same slot. Only because, everybody always, in their top 5, they want to put, Big and Pac in there. I'm going to put them in the same slot just because I'm going to bump both of their shit.
I either say they're in the same slot or they're exempt from this conversation.
Now I like that. They're exempt from this conversation because almost like for me, that's a no-brainer. I'm playing Big and I'm playing Pac. Life After Death is fucking a flawless album. You know what I'm saying?
What's the best Pac album?
Either Machiavelli or All Eyes on Me.
Okay, I'm gonna go Machiavelli. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
But
I feel like just those two albums.
I respect both of those.
Yeah, when you hit Pac at a certain and Machiavelli might be better just because it didn't have as many songs as All Eyes on Me. So for All Eyes on Me, you might have certain songs you don't like.
Machiavelli to me is like it was my introduction to like a concise thought process, and I like it just feels like that's exactly what the 7-Day Theory is. Like, look, here's how I'm feeling today. It may change tomorrow.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what Pac is.
Yeah, and for real, and that's how we all are. You know what I'm saying? We all are like nobody's the same nigga all the time. We're intricate. You know what I'm saying? There's just you have a core being, and then you have these other layers. So we're putting Gotti on. I'm putting some Yo Gotti on because that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And if I was to go with right now, I'd probably say some ESTG.
ESTG?
Yeah, I'm one nigga that I'm not putting on is NBA YoungBoy, and that's just that. I'm not putting on no YoungBoy.
You not putting on YoungBoy?
I'm not putting on no YoungBoy. So
well,
if you young and you get in the car with me, don't request to hear that shit. Don't ask me because bro, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know, like being a older nigga, I try to listen to all the new shit that's out before I like make my final. So in the joint though, niggas would want to swap out MP3s. You know what I'm saying? Like I got 3,000 songs on my MP3 player.
I ain't listening to no goddamn YoungBoy.
So yeah, but niggas would want to swap out. So when the younger niggas want to swap out with me, what I did for a time frame is I would instantly go to like niggas like Migos or NBA YoungBoy, Lil Uzi Vert, and I would listen to every song that these niggas have on an MP3 player from these artists. I can fuck with Migos. I can't get into Uzi Vert. I can't get into YoungBoy.
I've never gotten into Uzi. I tried to get into YoungBoy just so I could see what all the hype was.
That's what I tried to do.
And it's like, I don't even see where this fucking
I wanted to see where the hype was.
So. I think that's just that, like, never mind, bro. That's a deeper conversation for another day.
I'm fucking with, like, you know, like, I'll throw some Bag on in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I throw some Lil Baby on in a minute. That's another nigga I'm bumping on my ride. Lil Durk. I'm fucking with Lil Durk on my ride, too.
I fuck with ESTG, too. You know, bro, like, we gotta be able to take the good with the bad type shit, or like be able to decipher the good from the bad, I guess I should say, you know, because it's like it's a new generation. There's gonna be some bullshit, but it's gonna be some fucking gems. There's gonna be some modern day gems, and then there's gonna be some gems where you're like, this nigga should have been from the fucking early 2000s or the late 90s or some shit. You snapping like that.
That's how my style is right now. Like it's wrapped up. And Christian said that. You know, when he told me when he said that, I was like, oh, you get it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, bro, like you got new school flow, but with like old school content. I'm like, you get it. You know what I'm saying? I want to.
You had spit a verse for me, bro. It was you had just played it in the other room, bro, and that flow on that joint was so fucking stupid, bro. Nigga, major props for the shit that you've been working on, my nigga. Hold on real quick. This. All right, so yeah, so all right, so your top 5, and you just read those off to me. All right, so second question, and this probably ain't the last question because you already know how our conversations go, but so this is called 4 Laws. I started doing this a few years ago. I've only done a few of them. I'm very honored to have you on, bro.
Thank you.
From the moment I met you, my nigga, I'm a very reserved person. I'm rarely ever the first to walk up and spark a conversation. And I don't know about you, bro, but from the moment that I said, oh, he works there, let me go ask him these few questions, bro, it's been nothing but comfort and nothing but love.
Absolutely.
And just
absolutely
admiration, bro. Like, you know, like at the end of the day, just admiration, bro. Here's a nigga that's the same nigga as me type shit, just living a different life, and now we done linked up, how can we make the best out of it type shit. But yeah, so I'm glad to have you on. The show is called 4 Laws. I ask everybody this: what are 4 things that Penthouse Nero, that Deshane Gant has to, that D. Rhymer needs in his world? You know, what are things that make you tick?
So, 4 laws. Off the muscle, I'm going with loyalty. I'm going with loyalty from both sides of the street, from being in the street and just being a person that, you know, has feelings, has emotion. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty, when you find people that are loyal to you, because loyalty is my biggest attribute, it's my biggest weakness. Because I can be loyal to the wrong people. And I might at times know that I'm being loyal to the wrong people, and I'm still going to be it because it's just me. But, you know, now I'm a little bit better at cutting people off. But for me, I can be so loyal and maybe not receive nothing back, and that's cool as long as it's like I'm not being disrespected, or as long as when I really need you, you show up.
Yeah.
But to have somebody give it back, and I gotta shout out my wife when I speak about that because, you know, she was riding with me for a nice little piece of this bid, and I also gotta shout out Breasia and Breasia's mother Shannon because they rode and you know my mother and my father, my brothers and my sisters, like they were like stomped down in my bid, but definitely my wife, man, because when I say she went up and beyond, she did. But loyalty, man, is something that's so overlooked and underrated these days. Like people are so quick to throw that word out and have no true sense of what the fuck loyalty is. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like when I find the people who are loyal, I'm going to embrace you tighter than ever because shout out to the Tony Yayos of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas,
point them out,
niggas ain't loyal like that. You know what I'm saying? And since I've been home, you know, I've been doing a great job of just staying out the streets and staying on business. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't never want to be in those situations again where I'm giving my all to niggas who ain't giving shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So loyalty, we're gonna go with respect. Respect has always played a big part in my life. You know, your parents, they demand respect when you were a kid. Coming up, I've always demanded my respect. You know what I'm saying? I got better at not, you know, like I might view something as disrespect as a younger man. And, you know, as a child, I punch you in the mouth. As an older nigga, I whip out, you know what I'm saying, the pistola. Now, I'm better at, you know, letting shit roll off my back. But at the end of the day, you ain't never just gonna hold me the fuck out and get away with it because we not rocking like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a goddamn man. You gonna treat me as such. You know what I'm saying? So, respect though, and not even just like respect it as like treating people right, but it's also having respect for yourself and the people that surround you. Like, you know, treat your kids right. You know what I'm saying? Niggas all the time will have a good woman and dog her the fuck out just because they can, and they're blaming on, oh, I'm a nigga, I'm supposed to. But it's like, if you got a woman that's fucking with you when your pockets is fucked up, respect that. If you got a woman that's riding with you in the bed, respect that. Now, you know, what a nigga do with his dick is what a nigga do with his dick. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you know, at least have some taste and some class about, you know, how you treat this woman who's with you. And definitely respect your fucking self. A lot of niggas don't respect themselves, and that's why, you know, you see what you see going on right now. Like, niggas don't even know who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas don't have no self-value, no self-worth, and they don't respect themselves. Boom, boom, boom. So 3, we'll say stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself because at the end of the day, man, when you're alone, whether, you know, it's in your home at night or, you know, you're brushing your teeth in the bathroom in the morning or you laying down in your cell at night, you know, when you're alone with your thoughts, those are your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool you.
As intrusive as they may be.
You can't fool you.
Exactly.
You know, you might, like you said, as intrusive as they like, because you can't shut them shits off. And, you know, there was so many nights where I just laid in my bunk and just would think and think and think and think and think. But one thing I can say is, like, you know, I've always been true to myself, but I also had to learn myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn who I really am and what do I really want. So, you know, be true to yourself, man. Don't put on the image for this rap shit. Don't put on the image for these niggas in the street. Don't put on no image for these bitches or trying to impress nobody. Like, be your fucking self. Be true to yourself. And fourth law, I'm going to say know your true worth. Like, know, like, there is no limitation, you know? Be respectful of this time that we have on this earth, because there's so many niggas who sit around all day playing video games or, you know, scrolling through IG or scrolling through TikTok. And, you know, niggas have dreams, but they don't chase them because they let other things, you know, catch them up.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with enjoying, you know, the social media or enjoying the video game. There's nothing wrong with pulling up on a homie smoking a blunt. But when you put all your time and energy into that, when the fuck are you supposed to have time to chase your true dreams? You know, like, people will do shit like work a 9 to 5, and then it's a dead-end job, and they get off work and all they want to do is watch TV. You know, and their excuse will be like, oh, I'm tired. Like, that's my me time. That's when I relax. Mm-hmm. Right now, you sacrifice your me time. So when you get off the 9 to 5 for the people you working for, making them rich, you put that time into yourself and making you rich. That's the investment in yourself. So, you know, like, sacrifice that time. And, you know, like I said, just know that there's no limitation, bro. Like, I'm literally sitting here having conversations like this because I manifested my way out of prison. Yeah. You know, I sat there for days and hours, and I would do that. My cellie's out of the cell, I'll put the sign up, and I literally just turn the lights off in the cell. If there's a window in the cell, I'll block that shit out. I sit in the dark. And yeah.
Hold on. You got a window?
Some cells
I was
do.
praying for a window.
Some cells do. Some cells do. And, like, bro, like, honestly, though,
I need sunlight.
Yeah. I sit there, though, bro, and, you know, I'd write out my goals or my wants. You know, I read them to myself out loud. I sit there, close my eyes, and vision it. You know, I do affirmations in the morning while I was, you know, saying, but that's all, like, before I found out that I was coming home, like, that month leading up to it, my manifestation was so strong. And I would just do this in the cell every day.
It's signs, bro. It's signs after you know, like, after you start really tapping in, and you can kind of see the shift, and you can kind of see the difference in little things. And that's why, you know, of course, I named the album I Prayed for Clarity, bro, because it's like, nigga, and the release date. You ain't gotta say it. I prayed for the release date too.
Nigga need to pray for a release date. Motherfucker got this. This nigga got this motherfucking cold ass album just sitting in the vault collecting dust.
Nah, man, but like. Like, everything that you done said to wrap this up or whatever, everything that you done said points back to that, and it points back to exactly what I've been looking for in this world, and it points out to why I felt comfortable to walk up to you and ask you that fucking stupid ass question, how is it working here? Bitch, run!
Nah, for real.
Run, nigga, run.
Nigga should have turned into Forrest Gump.
Man, come on,
But you know,
bro.
niggas got that little bag, my niggas could, though.
Man, come on, bro. We ran it up. We did what we were supposed to, and then, bro, like I told you that day in the hotel, bro, something is gonna come from this. It's either the money or the relationship that we built. And it's looking like it was a little bit of both, bro.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
My nigga, I appreciate you coming on, bro. I appreciate you coming on and opening up and expressing yourself.
Yeah,
and, you know.
It's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing to do this. And like, you know, it would have been an honor to sit down with any of these podcasts that's in the town, because there's a lot of them and there's a lot of dope shit out there. But to sit down with a nigga who is, you know, like, bro, you underneath the umbrella, homie. There's nothing that, like, bro, I got you. There's nothing that you can't ask me for, bro. Like, we here. If I got it, you got it. Yeah. And if I don't got it, we can find a way to go get it.
Bro,
we're not running in no banks, though. So let that be clear, and tell my PO that we not doing none of that shit.
Oh, no, big dog. They keep on denying me for these jobs and loans, and just the bill collectors keep calling.
Listen, well, we'll put you on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you a dreadhead page or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. I got the mask on. We going crazy. Nah, man. It's up, though. Man, I appreciate your time, bro. We about to get you on these other podcasts, too, my nigga, because there's too many in the city, bro.
For sure, man. Penthouse Nero, man. Top flow. Only great things to come. Before My Mind Go Dark, dropping soon. Followed up by Fed Paper 2, man. Tap in. It's a movement, my nigga. We really with it out here. Oh, and also the umbrella with me and Sightzilla. That's dropping, man. Stop playing. I'm out here. I'm working.
Well, congrats to everything you got going. Welcome home, my nigga. And let's take another goddamn shot to success and a good fucking episode, my nigga.
For sure.
Great shit, my brother.
Love, my nigga.
Love.